and having a different perspective, I feel more motivated, and I'm excited with what we've done with the team. So, looking forward to getting started.
Is it a little bit uneasiness because you don't know, you knew the old squad, this is going to be totally
It's going to be different.
Coming back to.
Yeah, it's going to be different, just totally new team. But I think that our whole thing is how quick we're able to, mesh as a team and find that chemistry. Jeff, leading us and showing us the way. I think that's the whole thing. But I think it'll be good. I think that we have a lot of potential.
How are you all going to level out the consistency? You all, we didn't never know who was going to show up. So
yeah,
how are you going to level that out?
Well, I think that the biggest thing for us is to, really focus, defensively, and then on offense, I think we have enough guys that can score the ball here. So I feel pretty confident that as long as, we're consistent defensively, that's been a struggle of us in the past. As long as we do that, I think we'll be fine.
Seems to be a good mix. You have veterans, but you guys aren't old. And you have a ton of shooters coming in, and then you have speed as well. So it seems like upgrades, but just to be a little bit different.
Yeah, it'll just be different, but I like the fact that we have a lot of guys who are experienced and that have been part of winning teams, and just want to come in here and do their best. I mean, I think that for us, it's just going to be how quick do we come together as a team, and that's exciting. It's a fresh start, I think, for everyone.
You run the floor well for a big man. Got a ton of point guards now. I already had Jeff Teague. How does that sit with you? It's got to be exciting knowing that when you guys get on the break, you're already an exciting club. Now, Devin Harris could be one of the guys, livening it up and driving to the
Oh, no question about it. I mean, I think for Josh and myself, we're drooling over, this new look just because, he's going to be running the floor. I'm going to be running the floor. We have, some of our other bigs coming off the bench that can run the floor as well. So I think that as long as, we move the ball around and we defend, I think we're going to be in great shape.
How are you physically? You had the injury, you tried to come back early, got delayed, then you finally came back for the postseason. How are you with your injury?
I'm doing a lot better. I feel well. I've been, I had a chance to play this summer and been doing a lot of work on my body and just feel good, feel very confident and more anxious than anything to get started with the season.
How long did it take you to learn everybody's names?
It wasn't bad. I mean, I know pretty much everybody here. Like we were talking about, there's so many veterans that were on other teams that have come in, and then some of the rooks. We don't have to learn their names, but I have to because we've been working out here the past couple of weeks. As most of the guys, so John and Mike, and they both really impressed me right off the back. And I know that they're rookies, but I feel like they will have an impact on our team.
I like way joking about the names, but seriously, the team's seen a lot of turnover, and just talk about that from last year to this year. And this is the most different roster you've played on.
Yeah, no, forever. I mean, it's a big challenge, for us, meshing together as a team. That's what I was talking about earlier. So, we'll see how quickly we can do that. But I'm excited with what we have, and I know that we have a lot of work to do.
Were you shocked though that it happened that fast and to that degree that they kind of
what
rebuilt?
happened with me? I was playing with my national team in Dominican Republic, and I was in South America, so I didn't have any internet for like 3 weeks. So what was happening was, because we were out there playing. So what was happening was that my dad will call me and be like, "This and this happened." I'm like, "What? What do you mean? Joe got traded?" Oh, and then like all this stuff kept happening, and then my name was up on the board. So it was like, for me, it was a good time because I was away from everything. But the changes they felt that they needed to be made, and this is the end result of it, and we're actually pretty excited, the guys that that still remain here.
But it used to, I mean, with you being hurt all last year, I guess most people, me included, thought they might give that group one more shot at it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that guys where they're at now, they're in the right places. I felt that some of the guys that already left, Joe and Marvin, maybe they were, looking towards a different direction. So I think it was a benefit for everyone. And I mean, I really enjoyed my time playing with those guys, but I think that they feel like they'll be better off, and we're excited to what we have here, what we have now.
But as a player, when Danny Ferry comes in and says that was a good team, but not one that could get to that next level, that championship level, did you agree with that assessment? What was your thoughts?
That's always going to remain kind of like the mystery. We never quite knew if maybe I was healthy, if Zaza was healthy, like what would have happened. And I think he just probably based his decision on, our previous playoff history. But I think that last year, I think it was the year for us if we would have been healthy. I think that we would have definitely broke through that barrier.
Does it sort of reinvigorate you? I mean, there are only 5 of you guys back, and having to incorporate so many new guys.
I think so. I think it brings fresh life, into this, and there's a lot of changes happening here, and it excites me. So I'm excited about it, and I just know there's a lot of work to be done, but we're ready for it.
How excited are you guys about the up-tempo offense that Larry plans to install?
We're excited, but we know we have to be in great shape physically, and we're in pretty good shape now, but it demands a lot out of you. So it's going to be a challenge. It's not going to be easy, but we're excited about the process.
About leadership, you guys have some new guys coming in, but you, Jeff, and Josh have been here, been starters. Leader of the team, does that matter? Is that important? Is that something that you guys have to take on?
Yeah, I think we have to take on that. I think a lot of the new guys are probably going to be looking for guidance and things like that. And the good thing is that we have a lot of veterans. They understand the game, so I'm sure that everyone will be inputting in different ways. And I'll make sure that I try to do my part as well.
Al, this team is a big change from last year in the sense that your team now is predicated on the perimeter with big three-point shooters. Now, the change off from that is that you don't have as many big guard defenders. How do you plan to adjust for when you play against a team with a big guard like Kobe?
No, that's a good question. I've wondered that myself. So I can honestly tell you that I don't know what the strategies that Coach Drew has in plan, but that's something that I think we're all thinking about right now. But I think his whole thing, from what I've kind of heard, is that he wants to play fast and wants to play an up-tempo style of play. So I'm sure that we'll have to counter in different ways, because most of the other twos from the league are probably going to be bigger than our twos.
I mean, you weren't it's not like you were a half-court team last year either. You guys wanted to run too. So what's the difference when you keep saying up-tempo?
I don't, that's to find out. I mean, I'm sensing that he's probably talking about something like Golden State, like a team like that that's just running a bet that we're going to really emphasize defense. And that's a hard mix, because it's like, so either teams do one thing or the other. And if we can do both, I think we're going to be in good shape.
From your experience, how long does that take, do you think, or what's your anticipation of getting both sides of that to gel?
I honestly don't know, because the difference is that we have so many new players. So, like we were talking about earlier, we don't know how quick we're going to, figure things out. And hopefully it would just take, the month of October, maybe some of November, for us to start figuring it out. So.
You talked about being more excited for this year than ever, and I understand most of that has to come from being healthy. But there also has to be a sense of excitement in the unknown of this team. Previous years, you've known your team to be a 4 or 5 seed in the playoffs, with the questions of what happens when we face the 1 or 2 seed. Now you kind of have some flexibility in the future, and the team right now looks pretty strong. How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I think you said it. It's the unknown that is exciting for us, and I think our whole attitude here is being positive and trying to stay together from the beginning. So, we really don't know, how things are going to turn out, but we are going to make sure that we work and we work hard to put ourselves in a good position.